Nike hires non-binary furry to be face of ad campaign amid slump in sales. Yeah, because that's worked out for so many other companies. It's Sunday. I'm Akorn. Welcome back to the idiocracy that is modern-day society. Please help keep this channel going and share the videos. Let's jump into today's show. Students want to rename Black Friday until they find out the name has nothing to do with race. Yeah, I'm sure that they would, because most people today, especially the younger generations, have no knowledge of history, even recent history. Olympics set to ban all transgender athletes from female events after finding scientific evidence of advantages to being born male. Who could have ever figured that one out? And they probably spent millions of dollars in research just to reach this conclusion, which in reality just ended up in somebody's pockets. It's not often that a dog speaks for the nation. Well said. CNN. Have you ever noticed the popularity of white robots? The reason for these shades of technological white may be racism, according to new research. Now imagine spray painting the robots black. CNN headline becomes, "Owning black robots may be a sign of being pro-slavery." They wouldn't even say that it might be a sign. I guarantee you they'd be screaming it. It's a wonder that they haven't already said that about computer cases. UN declares war on dangerous conspiracy theories. The world is not secretly manipulated by a global elite. Actually, this is right. It's not secretly manipulated by a global elite. They just flat out tell people what they're gonna do before they do it, and while they're doing it. Not secret at all. This wasn't always used for stirring food. Like and share if you understand. When you're trying to stay healthy, but your demons still haunt you. 3 men arrested in Algeria for attempting to enter Spain disguised as sheep. They might have at least wanted to get some real wool or something. CNN partners with Kalishi, a gambling app that lets you wager on starvation in Gaza. The network will integrate betting odds for life and death issues into its coverage. What could possibly go wrong? Now, just to clarify, it's not just about that. Apparently, they're going to integrate it into as many things as possible that they report about. Gender studies majors ready to face the world with no life experience and $100,000 of student loan debt.
Police are looking for a man who ran away after robbing a store.
Crucial development, Bob. Police have just dispatched a sketch of this.
Oh, man.
Officers have now arrested the suspect moments ago.
It really looks just like...
Trump's push to get Greenland to join the U.S. Deep divisions and rising tensions over sovereignty and identity. Well, they've got to make the North American Union come about some way. Today, tomorrow. I'm old enough to remember when they called a hashtag the pound sign. It sure made the Me Too movement a lot funnier than it should have been. No comment. When you want to leave work early and you don't care how. Well, that would certainly be one way. Don't blame your high blood pressure on salt when sugar is the poison. That is 100% fact check true. And all the other chemical sweeteners. Add the weird chord progression and key change, and call men stupid in as many ways as you can. Sabrina Carpenter offers her songwriting advice as she accepts Variety Hitmaker of the Year award. And yet these modern women still can't figure out why there isn't any good men left for them to date. To sum it up, men are done and have just hit exit. And when these modern women today end up needing men, they ain't gonna be around then either.
Cracker, why don't you feed your kids?
What are you talking about?
Skinny,
Get a real damn job.
so you can feed them.
We're helping the elderly.
No, just a truck supporting. Go feed your kids.
Hacked into it,
Oh, really?
pinged me out.
I can't believe we were approached by this couple while we were helping this elderly man. He recently had his bank account hacked and they stole a bunch of his money, and he had no way to pay for lawn care. We stopped over and helped him for free, but we were concerned that these folks would come back again. This was so far out in the country, it's unlikely that the cops would have got there in time. But my question to you is, why are so many people evil in today's society? All we're trying to do is help people, and if, after all, we should all try to help our neighbors and the elderly.
Communism, traditionalism. Very true. And just look around the nations and take notice of how much of the old architecture has been destroyed and removed. This is not pro-disabled. This is anti-homeless architecture designed as disabled accommodation. Do not be fooled. Not to be that guy, but wheelchair users ain't starved for places to sit down. Yeah, like they couldn't just park right next to the bench if they wanted. University of Minnesota faces backlash over project that seeks to cure the whiteness pandemic. Radicals at the University of Minnesota characterize the white family as a breeding ground for racism, coming from the people who are racist against white people because they openly state and show it constantly. You gotta keep your head on a swivel, guys, and always be ready to use whatever you have in order to defend yourself. A lion, once exiled by his pride, now leads a fearsome alliance of hyenas, hunting, surviving, and reclaiming his former territory. Scientists call them the Unholy Pride, a predator coalition that defies nature's rules. Yeah, those that's exiled by others often just end up being stronger. Raccoon passes out on Virginia liquor store bathroom floor after drunken rampage. I bet that was kind of expensive, actually. Seems like a good day to remind everyone that "I was only following orders" was rejected as a defense at the Nuremberg trials. True, but on the flip side, all of the high-ranking ones was all given safe passage to other countries, many of them under Operation Paperclip. A dad in China hired gamers to constantly unalive his son in video games so he'd get a job and a life. If he lived in his dad's house, it'd be a far easier way. HOA wouldn't let me park my boat in the driveway. What do you gotta say now, Karen? Where there's a will, there's a way.
Who is better at communication, men or women?
Women. Women, for sure.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Absolutely.
If so, how are women better at communication?
We're not.
But you just said that they were.
I lied.
Happy?
Why do you say that?
Because women with curly hair buy a straighter. Women with straight hair buy a curler. Women with dark hair dye it blonde. Women with blonde hair dye it dark. Women with big boobs, they get a breast reduction. Women with small boobs, they get implants. I mean, you can't make that species happy. If they're light skinned, they want to get darker. There is no making them happy. They got eyebrows. They shave them off and draw new ones on. There is no making that species happy. When the Almighty created woman, He created a weird animal.
A man went 20 years without speaking to his wife after an argument, raising 3 kids in complete silence until she finally apologized. Yeah, it's getting to that season again. We're increasing our subscription prices again, and you can't do a thing about it. Sure we can, just like I already do. I don't watch all the garbage, and I sure as heck ain't gonna pay for it. The Trump administration just changed the name of trans health official Levine to his birth name, Richard, on his portrait. Trump says he'll sign executive order blocking state AI regulations despite safety fears. Gee, I wonder why they wouldn't want the states to be able to regulate how AI is being used in their state. WHO unveils AI system to monitor global online conversations for misinformation. This isn't nothing new. They've already been doing this. They're just making another announcement about it. Just like they said back some time ago that AI will be monitoring everyone's phones and text messages. And they proposed using AI to correct misinformation in real time in people's text messages. I had that on a past show back a couple months ago, I think it was.
The 3 people on the left are actors. They've been briefed to stand or sit when they hear this. Everyone else that's brought in is a genuine shortlisted applicant. They've been given no instructions other than to fill out their forms. My team and I were secretly watching from another room. The more socially compliant a person is, the more they're likely to look to others for signs of how to behave.
This is going to be your spot.
And the more people, the greater the pressure to join in. In this case, whether to stand or sit. Those people that didn't follow the crowd were removed.
I think we have to lose Amy, sadly.
Amy, come with me.
Once we had a full house, we got rid of the actors, leaving us with a room full of compliant people standing up and sitting down, even though nobody told them to do it.
This video here shows exactly why people must be able to think for themselves instead of just going along with the herd. Because all it takes is a few agent provocateurs and controlled opposition to keep people divided and thinking the way that they want you to think. And most people don't even question it. They just automatically follow the sheeple. Yeah, how times have changed. It just shows how worthless the US dollar is. Doritos nowadays, like the cheapest bag you can find at the store, is like $5 on up. And that goes for most of the name brand chips. Even the generic brands are expensive now. Everyone calm down. Everything's just fine, says the government. Woke, a state of awareness only achieved by those dumb enough to find injustice in everything except their own behavior. That is a fact check true. I've spent my entire life making YouTube videos. They spent their entire lives helping people. Mr. Beast teams up with Rockefeller Foundation to reshape philanthropy. I'm not going to say too much here, but I really suspected this back some time ago. Because the powers that be are allegedly not going to allow anyone with that much influence and money to continue without, let's say, their guided oversight. Allegedly. You guys can pause the video if you'd like, but to sum it up, as I've said many times in the past, I don't like any politicians. I don't care who they are. Both sides still work toward the same agenda. Nothing ever changes for the better, and that's not by accident. To anybody I offended in 2025, work on yourself so I don't gotta do it again in 2026. And I'm going to end today's show with this. Only government is incompetent enough to be in the business of forcibly extracting money from people and still come out bankrupt. That's because it was always designed to be this way, to bankrupt the people and the nation. As they have openly stated, those who control the money supply control the nation. That's it for today's show. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here next Saturday. I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe out there. This is Akorn, over and out.